Good morning! Mabel and I are headed out to the Lagomarsino Petroglyphs today. It's approximately a 13-mile hike with lots and lots and lots of creek crossings because it's just basically up a canyon and there is water running in the center, and to get a decent path you have to cross multiple times. So that would explain the bags on my feet because I'm gonna try to keep my feet dry, but also very aware that that might just not happen. So I'll do my best here. We are approaching the canyon now. It's not too far off, and then we will start the weaving of the water going in and out. There's going to be some cool stuff along the way, and I will show you as well as how tricky this path can be sometimes, but it's so worth it. The petroglyphs are absolutely breathtaking and they are all over. I'm very excited to show you, so let's go. Okay, got a little warm with my sweater on, or my jacket on, but oh my gosh, sun is just starting to come up right there. It's light out, but the sun is not technically up yet because with being in this canyon, it kind of shades it all in. Oh my gosh, there comes the sun. You see it right there? Here comes the sun. So, I feel like when visiting places like this, hiking and whatnot, I think it's very important to make your intentions clear, especially if you're sharing it on the internet. So, this is a very historical site. While there's not someone standing there protecting it per se, it should be protected. And I am going to do everything in my power to leave no trace, leave it better than I found it. I am hoping, praying that there will be no signs of vandalism, because although this trail is not for the faint of heart, there is a 4x4 access to the petroglyphs. So unfortunately people drink and then they ride, and that leads to a certain amount of vandalism. And anytime I see it, it just makes me so sad. Alright, so I'm not really sure how well you can see it, but there is a wall right there, built of rocks, and there are basically fences of rocks all along the canyon. And from what I know is that it was to drive livestock down to a specific area for hunting and trapping and things like that. Now, like I said, I don't really know how true that is, but I mean, it makes sense, you know? Because if hunting is your way of life, that you would take the time to build something that makes that a little bit easier. But if anyone knows a little bit more about those walls and why they're here, I would absolutely love to know. Wait. Okay, now I have to figure out a way across the water again, so. Here's something really cool. That, to me, anyway, looks like where someone stuck a piece of dynamite and blew up some rocks. To take apart a little bit of this dam here and cross. It's sinking too much. I'm gonna have to go up and around. Which is a pain on its own, but it's better than falling in the water. Problem is, last time I was on a log and it rolled, and that put me straight into the water. With it being the first day of winter and how cold, how breezy it is. It's not really cold, but it's pretty breezy. And this canyon is in the shade for the majority of the day. I just don't think it's a good idea to risk it. So instead, we're gonna go up and around, because I know once I get right over there, if it wasn't for this giant rock, it would be much easier. But once I get around and onto the other side, should be easy to cross. But yeah, I wish I could cross here. It's deceivingly deep, you know. When I fell in here, I was waist deep. So it's just not worth it today to try that. So we'll do the scramble. We'll risk a few scratches. Hopefully Maple doesn't get herself stuck, because that's honestly the biggest concern. If I cross here, she just goes to the water and it's not a big deal. But, all right, time to quit yapping. You gonna try the bridge? I'm sure you could do it. there's not a lot of water. So I'm gonna show you what this trail can be like sometimes. I'm going through there. And you can imagine if the water was any deeper, how big of a pain in the butt that would have been. Always an adventure. Alright, so I had to take the bags off my feet because they were just starting to shred. And when I took them off, my whole front of my foot was not even in the bag. It had torn around my foot, so it was a good try, but completely useless. Did you think this was a treat? Do you need a treat? So, time to filter some water. I chose this spot because in this area there's a lot of cow manure, horse manure, you know, there's a lot of poop around here, the occasional dead animal, like it's a canyon, just kind of where some animals come to die, some animals come to hunt, everybody comes to drink, so sometimes the waste ends up here. I chose this spot because there's a lot of I don't want to call it algae. I guess it is algae. Anyway, it's pretty shallow but fast running right here, and there's a lot of plant life that the water's going through, so it may not filter out any giardia or anything like that, but it's at least going to filter out any larger chunks of anything that's going to be in the water. I mean, of course, unless the dog goes up ahead of me and decides to stir up a bunch of stuff in the water, but it's going to be fairly settled right here. And then I have my Sawyer, which my saving grace is going to save me from any of the real nasty stuff that's in there. I'm going to finish off this one. And gather myself some water. We are like, I think less than a mile from the Petroglyphs. We're gonna, like right up there, we're gonna hit a 4x4 road. And then it's easy walking from there. The hardest part is behind us. Well, behind us and in front of us because we have to go back that way too. Alright, so we are at the Petroglyph. Just taking a quick lunch break. Hi. And then we're gonna go check them out. It's pretty cool. Came kind of down the hill a little bit because it's very windy today, so there'll probably just be some music and maybe a voiceover for viewing the actual Petroglyphs, because if I try to say anything, it's probably just gonna be way too windy for you to actually understand anything, so we'll see you in a minute. This is the Lagomarsino petroglyph site. There are over 2,200 petroglyph panels pecked into the boulders nestled on the talus and cliff face. These are representational and abstract images that were created over the span of at least 10,000 years and have been used by archaeologists for decades to help reconstruct the life ways and past inhabitants of Nevada. The site shaped archaeological thinking about petroglyph styles in the Desert West and the prehistoric social and cultural uses of the rock art. For years, the size and complexity of the Lagomarsino petroglyph site kept archaeologists from being able to fully document the rock art. In 2003, the Nevada Rock Art Foundation and Story County began the enormous task of recording the site, photographing, drawing, and recording detailed field observations for each image and mapping precise location of every petroglyph. The project was finished 5 years later, with volunteers contributing over 10,000 hours in labor. But what exactly are petroglyphs, you might be asking? Well, rock art is markings, either painted pictographs or pectographs on the surface of rock, or geoglyphs, large features produced by either removing the surface of the ground or alignments of stone on the surface of the ground. The Lagomarsino site is composed solely of petroglyphs. Most are very finely made and composed of abstract designs. It is one of the largest petroglyph sites in Nevada. Rock art occurs worldwide and is one of the most visible remains of past human activity, and it potentially gives a unique understanding of the worldview and culture of those who created it. The high deserts of Nevada offer their own spectacular art, a palette of abstract and representational images carved and painted on the boulders and caves of Nevada's stark landscapes, created by the people who have called this area home for more than 10,000 years. So, what does all this rock art mean? The ancient people of Northern America left no written records of their cultures. For us to gain an understanding of what happened here in the past, we rely on the clues these early Americans left behind in the remains of their villages, monuments, and artifacts.
Like artwork today, the images here at Lagomarsino likely had many different functions: spiritual, cultural, and practical. While we can never know for sure what the artists who created it were thinking, we know that what you see before you had a spiritual and cultural significance to both the artists and their audience. So everything I just told you came from a sign that the Nevada Rock Art Foundation has posted below the Petroglyphs site, and I will also link their website in case you're curious and want to know a little bit more. But now I'll kind of tell you a little bit about what I found from the research that I did, or from what I could find, which, to be admitted, is very minimal about these absolutely amazing carvings here. Is that some of them are supposed to be like patterns for making baskets, weaving baskets. Some of them are just pictures themselves. I believe some of them have to do with weather. I think that's pretty apparent. There are multiple that look like sun and maybe snow, and there's a lot of different things there. And one of my favorite ones too is the foot that you can see very clearly on the wall. I think you've already seen that part, but it is just so amazing that they left us something to explain what their lives were like, even if we can't quite understand what every piece of it means. It's still breathtaking. That's the best way I can put it. It's absolutely amazing. I'm very blessed that it's still here and that the vandalism is not any worse. Unfortunately, there are some areas where you can see clearly someone has put their initials, or even areas where someone had put something and then it was scratched out. And I don't know if that's the Nevada Rock Art Foundation coming out and the only way that they can really fix it. I mean, it's permanent. Obviously, it's been here for 10,000 years. So it's so important that we protect it. So there's a few more minutes of these petroglyphs in this video, but I couldn't resist to leave them in because I just find them so stunning and so rich in history. Every single one that I see, I just think, when someone made this, what were they thinking? What were they doing? What were they trying to convey in this piece of art? They were trying so hard to tell a story to the next person who saw it, what was going on in their world. I couldn't convince myself to cut any more of the footage that I have, and trust me, I did dwindle it down because there was so much more footage. I believe the video would have been closer to an hour long if I had left everything in, but I know that much can be hard to digest. So if you'll watch these next few minutes and just try to feel what the person was feeling when they made it, it's just, it will touch your soul if you let it. This is my version of an art gallery. I don't go to your normal art gallery, but this, I will go see this any day.
Alright, so it's to be determined whether or not I will put that little clip in the video because it was of someone else. But the only person I've seen all day, and I don't know what he was writing that allowed him to go over the rocks like he was, but it was kind of cool. I don't know. Weird. We've started our journey back. I feel like it's always quicker going back, but I also feel like that about driving anywhere too. Oh, the sole of my shoe is giving up on me. So these are my old shoes because I'm not about to wear fairly new hiking shoes when I thought I was going to be trudging through water, which is, I probably will on the way back. But yeah, she's falling apart. We've all been there. So I'd rather take it off now. Rather take it off now and stick it in my pouch than potentially lose it along the way, leaving plastics. Oh wait, you hear that annoying sound? It's cleaning up after everybody. So far, I think I have a spray bottle, a piece of a car, like a little plastic piece, and a cup. So we're, you know, starting off strong with our trash bag. Pretty much getting out of the canyon now, which is awesome. So I get a little bit more light as we head back to the car. So I think I still have about 1.5 miles, but once you get out of the canyon, it does get a decent bit easier. There's at least less trees that you have to go through, so not quite as scratchy. Passing by the old structure again. There she is. Super cool. So old. I wonder what it's there for. Alright, we are almost back to the car. And as you can probably tell, the sun has pretty much set. Getting dark. This trail is sunrise to sunset for sure, especially in this time of year, which is wild. But the wind has been crazy today. Anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching, and thanks for coming to see the petroglyphs with me. Maybe learn something along the way. Who knows? Maybe I learned something along the way. Probably. I'll probably get somebody telling me I've been pronouncing Lagomarsino. Oh gosh, now I forget. And petroglyphs wrong. But you know what? So be it. All right. We'll catch you later. Bye.